Hello again, my little conscripts, and welcome to another Mordian Glory video. In today's episode, we shall be doing another competitive unit review, this time taking a look at Sly Marbo. I'm going to be discussing his pros and cons, as well as analysing what he can bring to the tabletop. So without further ado, let's fix bayonets and charge right into this.
Attention guardsmen, the commissariat has detected you have not yet liked this video. Do so immediately or else you will face the Emperor's wrath. And anyone who has not yet subscribed to the channel will be transferred to the penal battalions. That is all. Move out!
As is tradition, let's begin with a look at Sly Marbo's stat line. Marbo has got movement 6, toughness 3, a 5+ save, 4 wounds, leadership 7, and objective control of 1. For an epic hero, this is not a particularly impressive stat line. He is essentially a 4 wound guardsman, and he does not have any invulnerable saves or anything like that to help keep him alive. He is a very fragile character, definitely not a tank, and he's not an officer either, so he's not a force multiplier. So what does Marbo bring to the table? Well, we have to go a lot further than his stat line to figure that out. Let's get into his weapons and war gear. Marbo comes equipped with the Ripper Pistol and Envenomed Blade. Both of these weapons are okay. The Ripper Pistol has Anti-Infantry 2+, Pistol and Precision, with range 12, attacks 3, ballistic skill 2+, strength 5, AP-1, damage 2. When shooting at his ideal target, infantry, he should be hitting on 2s and wounding on 2s, which is really good. And the addition of precision could be very nice as well, because a lot of units in Warhammer 40k do rely upon leaders that buff them up to make them actually good. They rely on those force multipliers. Damage 2 on the weapon is probably one of the best bits about it as well. Slip a couple of wounds past and you very well may have a dead character. The problem is getting those couple of wounds past, because he's only AP -1. And he does not have ignore cover on this weapon, which really does limit its ability to pick characters out of units, because they'll probably just survive the hits. So then we get to his melee weapons. He has the Envenomed Blade, which is basically a melee version of his pistol. It's Anti-Infantry 2+, he hits on 2, strength 5, AP-1, damage 2. The only difference is that he gets 5 attacks in melee, so there's a lot more volume there. And also, the blade is significantly more powerful than the pistol, because not only do you have the extra attacks, but also because it's in melee, you don't need to worry about enemies having a bonus to their cover, so that AP-1 actually means something. But I'm going to be totally honest with you, Sly Marbo is definitely lacking in the damage output. So he's not a tank, he's not all that damaging. We have to go deeper to find the competitive use for this guy. So let's get to his abilities. The first one is Loner. This model cannot be selected as your warlord. So not only is Marbo not a leader, but he's also a loner. Then let's get to his unique abilities. One-man army and like fighting a shadow. One-man army. Once per turn in your opponent's shooting phase, when an enemy unit makes a ranged attack that targets a friendly regiment unit within 3 inches of this model. After that enemy unit has shot, this model can shoot as if it were your shooting phase, but it must only target that enemy unit when doing so, and can only do so if that enemy unit is an eligible target. This is a terrible ability. Yes, you can shoot the enemy if they shoot a regiment unit near you. It's a bit of free shooting, but he's only got a 12-inch range on his gun, and it's only 3 shots, and as we established, it's just not good. It's just not good. It's minimal additional damage. Maybe 1 in 100 games it will catch your opponent out, and you might be able to pick an enemy character out, and there'll be an epic story around that, but it's a very infrequent chance that it's going to happen. Then we've got like fighting a shadow. In your shooting phase, after this model has shot, if it is not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units, it can make a normal move. If it does, until the end of the turn, this model is not eligible to declare a charge. I mean, that's nice. So Marbo can move 6 inches into range, shoot, and then move 6 inches, back out of range, I guess. You could also use that to get Marbo inside a transport, which could help improve his durability. So it does have some play, but again, it's all to do with his shooting, and his shooting is trash. But surely there must be something that this guy can bring to the table. Well, it comes down to his core abilities. These are actually very strong. The first one I want to talk about is stealth. That's just a nice to have. It does make him a little bit more durable, but at the end of the day, he's still probably going to die from it. The two that are actually important is infiltrators and lone operative. Infiltrators is a phenomenal ability, really, really powerful when used well. Marbo is quite cheap at 55 points at time of recording, and so having him just infiltrate forward, he can potentially block off some scouting units. But the big one is you could just get this infiltrating lone operative bastard and just put him into some sort of mid-board objective. If you measure out how far your opponent's likely going to be able to move and all that kind of stuff, you can find he's actually a surprisingly good objective unit. But considering he is only objective control 1, it's difficult for him to maybe get the primary that you want. But turn 1, you infiltrate him forward, maybe you get an objective behind enemy lines or something like that, and it's entirely possible for him to be able to sneak in there and start doing some crazy things, or maybe he helps you get engaged on all fronts. Infiltrators is really good, and then when you combine it with the fact that he's lone operative, it can start making him strangely frustrating for your opponent to deal with. So Marbo, he's not a tank, he's not a killer, he's an objective doer, and I think he's good at doing secondary objectives, early secondary objectives on the cheap. But truthfully, I think one of the most powerful things about Marbo, and where I think most people will use him, is with his lone operative ability, because he's only 55 points, like I said. If you're someone who is not taking any indirect fire or supreme command blob to sit on your home objective, then Marbo is someone who you can just go boop on your home objective, and there's a real chance that he just sits there holding it the entire game and your opponent can't do anything about it. Think about it. If your opponent hasn't got any deep strikes or chooses not to deep strike anything, you can put Marbo on your home objective, have everything else in your army pushing forward. That means in a 2,000 point game, you will have 1,945 points on the offensive, and you only need 55 points just to sit there holding your home objective. It's a very, very efficient way of guaranteed, very securely holding your home objective in a lot of battlefield situations. So in summary, Marbo is not a damage dealer, he's not a tank, he is a sneaky home objective holder and an annoying mid-board infiltrator. So taking all of that into account, do we think Slime Marbo is a competitive choice? Truthfully, my answer is no. It's not an unequivocal no. It's not a he will never be seen in competitive armies. Like I said, I have seen some people make good use out of him. But for the vast majority of players, there are going to be better choices than Marbo. For example, if you want a good infiltrating unit, then Rattlings. Very similar points cost to Marbo. Lone operative isn't such a big deal, because if you're getting forward, the enemy's probably going to get within 12 inches of you. And Rattlings could do a better job at that scouting denial as well. If you want something to hold your home objective, well, for a lot of people, they're probably going to be taking a Creed command blob, or they're going to be taking a Supreme command blob, or they're going to take some indirect fire. I, for one, still very much believe in indirect fire, because I play on a lot of WTC and UKTC terrain. So I don't really need Marbo to sit on my home objective. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to give him a thumbs down, and I don't think he is a go-to auto-include competitive unit. But of course, all of this is just my opinion, man. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Do you think Slime Marbo has got competitive play? Have I overlooked something here? Or do you think he is more of a fun, fluffy piece. If you enjoyed today's video, then don't forget to go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe to never miss an episode. Would you like to know more? If so, then please consider becoming a channel member or patron. By supporting the channel, not only will you be doing your part, but you'll also be helping me create more content for your viewing pleasure and unlocking a whole host of perks. You get everything from a badge next to your name, custom emojis, but the big one is access to the Mordian Glory Discord server, an online community with almost 2,500 active members. It's always popping off in the MG Discord. We've got channels for army lists, hobbying, tactics, stories, and even a pretty spicy meme section as well. For all you greenhorns that wanted to see the Mordian glory hole, today is your lucky day. And joking aside, I do want to say a massive thank you to all of the current channel members and patrons. You guys are amazing. Truly the lifeblood of the channel. I could not do Mordian Glory full-time without the incredible and generous support of my members. So thank you guys so much. And last but certainly not least, I want to say a personal thank you to all of my top tier Patreons. These are the War Masters, the people who have truly gone above and beyond the call of duty. So a heartfelt thank you to Redfield, 32, Jurgens, Miasma, Try Again, Bragg, RJ, Scorpion, Bonbon Vert, Lord Pryor, Nicholas Walsh, John Stubbs, Guardian, Varney, Sword, Fish Trombone, Picklock the Forged. Seriously guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your support is incredible and it makes a huge difference. Thank you so much. That's all for now. Hope you've all enjoyed today's video, and of course, as always, see you guys next time.